I would now like to call upon David again and Santiago Lopez, this year's valedictorian, to give the valedictorian address.
Chancellor Cody, President and Vice Chancellor Carr, chers invités, participantes et participantes, chers étudiantes et étudiantes, familles et amis, j'ai le plaisir de m'adresser à vous aujourd'hui au nom des étudiantes et étudiants diplômés de 2025, en tant que major de promotion. I am pleased to address you today as the graduate valedictorian. As I began to reflect on my 9 years as a Concordian, I wondered, what has Concordia ever done for me? Except, of course, giving me a pension, health insurance, 2 advanced degrees, a robust professional network, 6 years of funding, 2 major distinctions, and breaking every norm in the book, a tenure track position in my field. Concordia even gave me tickets. Concordia even once gave me tickets to see Governor General Adrienne Clarkson lecture about her friendship with Leonard Cohen, which I used to ask my now wife, Charlotte, on a date. My friends had called me a dork, but I can attest that the risk has paid off. Indeed, I cannot imagine where my life would be had I not joined Concordia over 9 years ago. First as an MFA student and then for a doctorate in art education. But today, as others have mentioned, the standing of this university and higher education around the world are in question amid grave financial situations and threats to academic freedom. In this environment, academics and universities find themselves making decisions that are politically expedient rather than morally or intellectually sound. As our institution and others navigate these contradictions, I'm reminded of Concordia's history. While many universities with similar impact trace their origins to privilege and wealth, Concordia began in 1873 in the basement of a YMCA for English workers to earn their education at night. Concordia looks different now, but my story demonstrates how Concordia's founding spirit lives on. I am not a typical PhD holder. I was an average high school student, the first in my family to attend university, which I dropped out of twice, and I spent a decade earning minimum wage and dead-end jobs to fund my studies and studio practice. It was at Concordia where my intellectual capacities were first valued with funding, recognition, and teaching. I was not only accepted here, but I was supported and uplifted at every step of the way. I, like all of us, stand on the shoulders of so many teachers who have believed in me. From Miss Perry, my high school art teacher, to Sarah Hartland Rowe, who taught me so much about painting at NASCAD University. My doctoral supervisor, Dr. Kathleen Vaughn, not only convinced me to apply for doctoral studies, but also dedicated years of support to my research. My project, like so many at Concordia, took me outside of the institution, building on art education's community program and community partnerships. I spent 4 years working at a small art school and in grassroots activist projects, learning about and living the social history of Quebec and Montreal. Despite some of those years feeling aimless, the DNA of this institution provided the requisite scaffolding and guidance to find cohesion from these experiences. To the graduating class, you're entering an uncertain career in an uncertain world. I urge all of you that no matter what challenges or opportunities you face, and no matter your resources, to carve out time for your own creative practice. When you remember Concordia, remember how it was founded with few resources and a social mission to serve Quebec, and how excellency can grow under these conditions. And remember that even as some argue otherwise, Concordia's history is Quebec's history. And our institution will continue to contribute to the fabric of this society. Work hard, stay true to your values, advocate for yourself and others, and you will get to where you need to go. I wish you all the very best in what comes next. Merci beaucoup et félicitations.
Chancellor Cody, President Vice Chancellor Carr, distinguished guests and participants, fellow students, families, and friends, I am pleased to address you today on behalf of the graduating students of 2025. Thank you. Thank you, David, for sharing your story and your wishes for our community. I also feel honored to deliver this speech as the undergraduate valedictorian of the Fine Arts faculty. On behalf of all of us, I would like to thank every single member of the administrative staff, every technician and professor, and every family member who has supported our development as new artists. From this point forward, we will embark on a journey of learning, growth, rigor, and most importantly, risk-taking and failure. The academic Jack Harbeston once said that failure is a map of political paths not taken. And that is what I wish for us, to find alternative paths, to carve out a place for ourselves in the world, and to fail beautifully in a society shaped by a rigid notion of success. Aujourd'hui, nous nous réunissons sous les terres de Jojage-Monyang, un territoire qui nous a accueillis pour développer nos démarches artistiques, qui nous offre son soutien et sa mémoire ancestrale. It is this land, unceded indigenous territory, that welcomed me 4 years ago when I arrived to Concordia as an international student from Colombia. I became one more Latin American immigrant in North America, leading me to face many challenges in relation to my identity and my position in the world. But today, as I graduate from the Department of Contemporary Dance, I feel deeply connected to my community and my cultural heritage. Thanks to Concordia, I found a place for artists like me to exist. I want to thank my parents, Claudia Alzate and Humberto Lopez, who made massive efforts for me to be here today. I also want to thank my mentors back in Colombia, Juan Carlos Talero and Elena Cortés, who fight every day to make art education accessible to vulnerable communities in Latin America. And I would also like to extend my gratitude to my current mentors here at Concordia, Jens Richard Gersdorf, Lilia Mestre, and Angelique Wilkie. They deeply engaged in transforming the dance department into a place where we can think of choreography expansively. Through their arduous work, they showed me that movement is indeed a political tool, one that can act for individual and collective liberation. Our bodies carry a specific kind of knowledge that goes beyond our material notions of this world. It is through physicality that we can sympathize radically with what exists within us. Yes, our skin, our muscles, our bones and organs, but also our stories, our experiences, and the way that we interact with others. Therefore, I would like to end my speech where everything begins, in the body. Dear fellow graduates, I invite you to place your hand on your chest, to feel your pulse, to notice your breath. I invite you to thank your body for sustaining you through this journey. Acknowledge what your body has endured, the challenges it has faced, and the memories it carries. As we breathe together in this beautiful space, I want to express my deepest gratitude to every single one of you. We are the Concordia community. This is a place where students from incredibly different backgrounds found each other and learned from each other. To conclude, here's my valediction. Wherever you go from here, I hope you continue to honor the land, to nourish your communities, to think critically through your practices, to fight colonial injustice, and to forever celebrate the courageous choice of studying fine arts in today's world. Felicidades.
Wow. Thank you, David and Santiago. Both of you make us proud.